Tay chú vẫn còn run. Không phải mà là em chưa biết chỉnh tốc độ chuột ở đâu. Tốc độ chuột cao quá. Nói chung là vẫn ổn gà. Không được mượt lắm. Đổi gió 1-2 hôm. Ôi ôi, bắn toàn hụt rồi. Có đục thùng này không nhỉ? Ơ, bắn gì này? Hết đạn rồi, sắp hết đạn rồi. Đây rồi, K98 đây rồi. Thơm thơm thơm. K98 cũng chỉ có 5 viên. Nhanh lắm, K98 nhanh. Bắn này hụt thế này. Trời ơi. Đang thua. Mẹ, tốc độ trượt nhanh quá. Headshot. Này ông nào chơi PUBG vào chơi nó mới hợp. Chứ mình chơi có đột kích qua đây hơi sai. Ông nào chơi PUBG giỏi chơi cái này dễ hơn. Em ơi ra bắn đột kích đi thôi. Chắc còn phải một lúc nữa anh ạ. Phải cày lên được level đã. Nhỡ hứa rồi. Phải lên level 15 mới nghỉ. Đâu vậy? Lại thua à? Cũng cuốn, cũng được. Ui ôi, ít kinh nghiệm quá nhờ. 13/9. Bắn cả trận được có ít nhở. Ui thằng này nó bắn ghê thế. 41 kill rồi. Nó gánh cả đội team nó rồi. Vai thật. Wow. Có gói gì mà có snip không nhờ? Ít chế độ quá anh em ơi. Tôi muốn bắn cái khẩu K98 mà chả lắp được vào kho đồ. Chán thế. Bắn từ từ đi anh em ơi, chắc nào. Ván này tôi phải gánh. Tôi sẽ gánh. Anh em cứ tin tôi. Đau thế. Vẫn bắn được thằng kia. Uy tín không? Quá uy tín đi. Thấy chưa? Ôi để nó móc ra. Lên top 1 rồi. Đấy, top 2 rồi. Cứ tưởng đồng đội cơ. Ơ, đâu ấy? Thua rồi. Thanh niên này khôn đấy, khôn đấy. Má ơi, nó ép ghê thế. Hmm, 76 máu. Chả biết được quân nào quân địch, quân nào quân mình luôn, nhìn phải phân tích ở phân loại ở cái chữ đi. Cái chỗ kia nó nãy nó đông quá. Cả quân địch quân ta đứng một chỗ. Không nhìn thấy gì luôn. Top 2 à. Thắng rồi, thắng rồi, thắng rồi. Lên level 10 rồi đấy. Hoa 2 chết 9, ông này 25 chết 10 thì cũng ngang ngang nhau. Ui thằng bên này nó bắn 33 kill. Cái đấy. Tay to đấy. Đây có AI rồi. Đây rồi. Hay quá anh ơi. Tuyệt vời. Lấy cung nước này. Đồng đội đâu rồi? Ủa? Đồng đội đi đâu rồi? What the fuck? Thôi. Nó đi đường nào lên nhỉ? Ảo thật đấy, đồng đội tận bên này. Đây đây đây. Đây rồi. Nhiều thế. Đam phổ này to à. Nạp đạn đâu nhở? Chạy thôi. Dí đâu. Ủa nó dí. Nó giống bắn AI trong đột kích thôi mà. Nhưng mà nhiều hơn. Cái bên này nhiều thế. Ôi ôi. Đồng vai. Đồng vai lèo. Cứ lùi bắn này. Rồi. Hòm vàng. Nó nói gì ấy? Có ai nói gì ấy? Đây, giống PUBG không? Nạp đạn này. Đấy. Đâu rồi? Ui giời. Chéo đây à? Đây chứ. Đi theo bọn này thôi. Mày hết máu rồi. Nhảy. Nâng cấp cái này là nâng cấp cái gì? Thôi bỏ đi. Đúng là bắn nhanh nhở? Con gun bắn nhanh thế. Boss này. Ui. Ủa ơi. Đâu vai? Đâu rồi? Ít giời. Nhiều hòm đấy. Tí mở xem sao.
Đang thay đạn.
Chạy theo bọn này. Không, nó chạy đi đâu? Ủa, khi nào mới xong nhở? Hết rồi.
Đang nạp đạn, chú ý hiểm trở.
Đi theo này. Rồi. Vãi lèo thế, chết luôn á. Ơ, nó nói gì nhỉ?
Đang thay đạn, hiểm trợ tôi.
Ok.
Ông gờ đi. Mẹ bà biết chơi không vậy?
Không, không, không. Tắt kiểu gì đã?
Mẹ bà biết chơi không?
Xả đi. Ôi, số kia hết đạn rồi. Ui, nó súng phun lửa luôn á. Bot nó đuổi mình rồi. Ôi, khỏe vãi lều. Ơi, chơi cái này căng thẳng quá. Ủa chưa xong à? Lâu quá. Chơi cái này chóng mặt thật đấy. Nhảy xuống mất máu. Trời ơi, không nhảy xuống thì cũng chẳng biết làm nào. Chả nhẽ đi đường thẳng. Đi theo này. À, bắn này lên máu anh em ạ. Rơi luôn. Sang cứu con kia. Ố, mãi chưa xong nhỉ. Cái này là cái gì ta? Chưa hiểu. Cứ cho vào xem nào, xem dùng được không.
I need backup. I need backup.
Chuẩn bị rồi, ăn cám rồi.
Gờ đây, bấm gờ đây.
Lắm thế. Ủa. Tại nó ở đâu ấy? Ui. Không thế. Dã man thật. Chơi cái này hại não thế, chưa biết bao giờ mới thắng. Bunga đứng thứ 2 chứ.
Which
That's
one am
not
I
true.
listening
No,
to now?
because Benji writes funny stuff. That's why he's there.
Of course, because we like the work that he does.
Okay.
But he was getting to a point where his work was good, but not good enough to put up with what was going on, and it was close.
So let me get
And
this
Benji,
straight.
no, Benji, just back me up. Was it close? Was that meeting?
No.
You were not afraid in that meeting?
No.
Are you being honest?
Yes.
Fire him, Gary.
He's
It's
being
not Gary's decision. It would be Howard's
Exactly.
decision.
That's the
Robert-
other point.
Robert
It's not
Smigel.
Gary's decision.
I
Robert
said it-
Smigel, who's like one of the greatest TV writers in history, now does occasionally TV Funhouse on SNL, which is like a 1 minute, 2 minute short film. He used to have to show up at 7 in the morning, stay till 4 in the morning. Now he's got the respect and the luxury. Now, I think the problem is he's not saying fuck you to Lorne Michaels. He's saying this is what I want to contribute. If you want it, that's fine. And
Is he
when
a full-time writer there, or did they just expect him to-
was.
But is he now?
No, he gets to do what he wants because he's that good. And I'm not
But
saying
is it-
that Artie gets to do what he wants. What I'm saying is that is the criteria for Howard keeping him. In the same way that the criteria for you keeping Benji are that he's providing something that you guys need.
No, but-
and whether or
but
not he
Greg-
does it late or early, it doesn't matter.
And
Greg,
honestly,
Artie-
listen, I don't get to do whatever I want because I'm not late all the time. I'm not absent all the time. We're focusing on stuff that's the minority of the time.
Yeah, but you're contradicting yourself, Artie. You do get to do what you want. You just said it. If Howard told you to stop doing this, you would stop. So you do get to do what you want.
No. You think if I came in late every single day of the fucking week, or if I was really out 2 days a week, Howard wouldn't eventually get rid of me? I mean, I don't get to do what I want. I don't want to be here every day at 6, but I get my ass here 98% of the time every day at 6. That's disrespecting the show. And when I get here, I'm always ready, and I'm funny, and I'm honest, and I tell stories that are embarrassing, but I think they're funny. I do what I got to do. I do my job. You know, I used to go to the Tuesday meeting all the time. I don't do it anymore. Howard doesn't give a fuck because it doesn't affect what I do on the air. I mean, you know, that's just how it is, man. I'm sorry if you feel like, I'm getting special privileges.
Nobody is knocking your ability on the air.
Exactly.
I don't think that's what's the question here. Well, I think, Howard shows up for the beginning of the show and he leaves at the end of the show. He's the guy we all follow. Everybody else here does that. You, on occasion, haven't done that. And when Benji walks in 3 minutes late...
And Benji's not late all the time.
No, he's
either.
not. No, he's not.
And again, me and Benji are here over 90% of the time, on time, and we don't take days off 90% of the time.
And we don't do heroin.
You know, that's just how it is. You're making it sound, when you have these conversations, you're making it sound like I'm out half the fucking year. That's not the case, man.
I didn't say you were out half the year.
Yeah, but that's what it sounds like to someone who's listening. It sounds like, okay, we don't care if Artie's out all the time or if he's late all the time. That's what you say.
Well,
sometimes you don't hear what you say.
Well,
because I'm a fucking dumbass.
Well, the other thing that you're up against...
You didn't. No, you're not a dumbass.
I'm a big old fucking dumbass.
You didn't answer that question honestly. You didn't. You would fire the guy who writes the shit jokes. You know you would. You didn't want to answer it because you don't want to agree with me on it. You would keep the fuck up who writes good shit because you got to go out there and say it. That's what makes the world go around. Babe Ruth fucked whores all night. He hit 3 home runs when he was hungover. That's why they didn't fire him on the Yankees. Pat Kelly did that a couple of times.
All right, look, you're not Babe Ruth, so fucking shut up.
I know, but I'm saying, but I'm using an analogy of like, whatever. To hear, for some reason, Howard thinks I'm good enough not to fire,
but
based on what I'm doing.
But I think what we're coming from is, Gary, there's two levels that you are not happy with Artie's lying, Artie's work ethic, or whatever. One is personal, as a friend, and part of that is concern that as much as you guys are angry, I know you love Artie and you care about him, and that you're concerned about...
The funny thing is, I'm not even sure that Artie knows that anymore.
No, he doesn't. Artie is not in a great place.
By the way, this is the first time you've ever said to me, and again, it's on the air, that you would truly think I've been disrespecting the show for the last 8 months. You never pulled me aside and said that. You said it now. I mean, you never pulled me aside and said that, Gar.
I don't know that it's my place. It's a feeling I have.
You're the producer of the show. Why would it be your place?
But you're right. At the end of the day, it's Howard's decision. So if I feel that way and he doesn't, then it's not my place to say it.
The point is just completely moot here, then, because
it is.
If you pull me aside and said, "All right, listen, I think you're disrespecting the show," that's what a friend does. You're saying it on the air now.
Would you change, or would you say, "Hey, Howard doesn't give a shit"?
I'll tell you what.
Howard doesn't care.
I'll tell you what. I would try to get it together. I really would, out of respect for you. But if push came to shove and I woke up hungover one day or whatever, because it's not Howard saying it, I might go to the phone and say I'm not in, But look, I'm enough of a fuck up to where I have lost jobs. I've made those decisions before. I'm very self-destructive. It's horrible. I wish I wasn't like that, but I am.
I think you guys are so different in your lives that, Gary, you take it personally that he's not doing this to be hostile. He's fucking miserable. I mean, I've known Artie a long time. I could say, we talked about it backstage. I said it on the air. I'm going through a bad time. I'm not happy. I look at Artie. He does not. You haven't seen happy to me in a long time.
I haven't been happy in 20 years.
So he's not getting off on coming in late and being a fuck up. And I think
the
part of you that's
party.
concerned about Artie, and we all are, is reacting to it. Quite honestly, almost like on intervention, when you see a family member, somebody who cares about someone with a disease, and they can't control it. But there's that guy. But then there's you as the boss on the job.
But at the end of the day, here's the thing that's really funny. I am not Artie's boss in any way, shape, or form. And Artie's called me that for years because at the end of the day, I can't fire Artie. I can't tell Artie what to do. I can't tell him where to be. It all comes from Howard. So I'm really not Artie's boss. I'm just a guy who produces the show, who can direct Artie. Hey, Artie, we're all going out to Vegas. Be there by this day.
And look,
I don't tell him what to do ever.
Here's the other thing.
Have I ever come to you and told you what to do?
Never, Gary. No,
because I don't have that power.
But in the beginning, you were the guy. The first guy, and I yearn for these times again because stuff has gotten so crazy in my life, professional and personal. But, the first couple of years I was on this show, when I first started doing the show, you were the guy who I talked to. You were the guy who called me and told me when I was going to be on. You were the guy I grew up listening to. I do have respect for you as a producer of the show. as years went by, you know, you get familiar with something, and
it breeds contempt.
Well, you know, yeah, it breeds contempt, but I think contempt's the bad word here. I just think it breeds, for me, complacency, and you know, I see how it operates now. Instead, I'm not just the fan or the comic who sits in every once in a while. I see how the place really operates, and I see, yeah, it really is all Howard's call. And I mean, look, there's been times in the past Howard sat me down and said, he did research. He found the shrink. He went out of his way to find the shrink for me, and that was 5 years ago. I still haven't called the shrink. So in a way, I'm not doing what Howard tells me to do either. Because Greg's
he
right.
didn't tell you what to do. He suggested. That's a big difference.
Okay, but still, when a guy like Howard, who you respect, suggests that, you might at least give the guy a call. I've never done that, and that's a little. He said he's been disrespected by that, but Greg brings up a point, and you know, Will said this on the air too. He was mad at me, but you know what? He's 100% right. The bottom line is, I'm a miserable fuck. I'm miserable. I don't like being this miserable. I hate it. I'm not a happy guy, and there's people in my life that catch those effects from me not being happy personally. You know, women I've been involved with, especially you know recently, and in my work life, I'm miserable. I don't like that. That's true, but it's true.
What would make you happy, Artie?
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't know. If I knew, I'd do it.
I mean, you're a huge success comedically. I assume you're doing very well financially.
In one area of my life, I'm successful. I've lived out a lot of dreams in show business, and I have a lot of money. I do. Good money for me. But that's one piece of life's puzzle. All of the rest are a complete mess. It's a mess. It's it's just a... it's just a mess, man. What can I tell you? Health, drug addiction, depression, loneliness, everything, you know, maybe overstress, overwork. It's just how it is, you know?
Greg, the other thing at the core of this with Gary that I think you're missing is that Gary really, really cares about Artie on a personal level.
I just said he loves him. Through all this anger, it's because he loves him.
And when
you know what? If you didn't like somebody as much as I like Artie, you couldn't piss me off the way you can.
Exactly.
Well, you couldn't.
Well, why? You know, and I
Wait,
feel
so
the
I'm
same
sorry,
way
what
about
did I-
you,
what did I
pissing me
miss?
off. Like if someone said, like the point I was trying to make if Ralph had said that on the air, I mean that's Ralph being Ralph. I don't care. But yesterday that fucking ate away at my stomach when I heard that. Fat joke, man.
No, I mean, look, I've been sober for 20 years, minus a year and a half.
Bullshit,
when I turned
that's a
40.
lie.
When I turned 40, and I look at Artie, and I can relate to that he's running away and he's hiding, whether it's drugs or whether it's food or whatever, and there's nothing left. You're worn out, and
That's for sure. I'm burnt out.
You're burnt out. And you're showing up to a show every day, and you're working most weekends. And to truly recover and get sober, you need time to go do that. And until you do, you're not going to feel anything good.
Listen, man, you know how fucked up it became? It has all become so fucked up. When I was 24 years old, driving a cab and parking it outside the comic strip to run in and ask a guy to watch it to do a 20-minute set, do you know how much I would have killed to do a roast on Comedy Central? You know what I mean?
Right.
And last year I blew it off. I blew off a roast. I was on a phone with a guy telling me he'd send me a private jet to go roast a guy who's a friend of mine. What happened, man? What happened to the guy who was 24 who wanted that so bad? I don't know what happened. It's so depressing to me.
Well, I know what
about that,
happened.
and when I think about that, I get insanely depressed.
I think you got it. You got what you wanted. Are you beyond where you thought you'd be when you were the 24-year-old
Look,
kid?
everybody, I think Greg will attest.